Well, it's another gorgeous day here in Central Oregon. Any of you guys that follow my channel know this is probably one of my most favorite places, or at least very high on the list. And I'm really excited to be over here for a few days, do my biannual battle with the pine needles, a little cleanup and some chores. I love doing, just putzing around and take my mind off things and little maintenance and repairs. Well, it's been pretty busy for Beth and I at AMP3 this last month, and really busy this last week. Kind of reached a climax, if you will. We are right now in the middle of a busy sequence of expos and trade shows, which is a lot of fun. This weekend, we just finished the Sustainable Preparedness Expo in Portland, and it was absolutely awesome. We got to meet a lot of great YouTubers, which is always a lot of fun. Got to see some very interesting folks that we've made friends with over the years. So Cody and his wife were there at the Sustainable Expo. And I follow Wranglerstar, as you know, for a long time, and I've had the pleasure of sitting down and visiting with Cody in the past. But it's been a while, and it was just great to visit with him and his wife and shake his hand and really applaud the success of his channel. I told him I've been enjoying the discussion on axis and homesteading. I really like what Jessica's doing with canning and preserving foods on their homestead. And also, I've enjoyed Cody's discussion on crosscut saws. Who would have thought that there is so much to know about the use, care, maintenance, and the history of crosscut saws. So that's been a lot of fun for me. Also, this was very exciting. Joel Skousen and his son Andrew, their booth was right next door to ours. And let me tell you, Joel is he is a dynamo, and his son is just full of energy as well. And I think their booth was probably always 3 deep. People wanting to talk with him, ask questions, maybe get a little insight on strategic relocation, if they're perhaps doing a revision or upgrade to their home in terms of security. And he was just a lot of fun to be next door to, and he gave 2 talks that were just incredible. And well, Joel and Andrew, if you watch this, I just want to say what a pleasure it's been to make friends with you and just spend some time. It's been fun. I also want to take a moment just to thank some folks that helped us out in our booth, and it was so much fun to visit and talk with people. I got to give 2 talks. We did a 2-hour suture wound management lab, which was just a lot of fun, and it was great to have a lot of people standing around that weren't registered taking the class, that were engaged in asking questions and wanting to know details. But I could not have done that particular class. We kind of went a little over our normal number just to accommodate some folks. And so my daughter Kelsey, who I just love, but she really helped out quite a bit, and it was fun to see her. She is quite a teacher, and it was fun to see her on her own helping people. And then a very good friend, Kevin. Buddy, you're the best. Thank you so much for your help. And Chung, I'll tell you, and Beth will echo this, without you manning our extra iPad, we would have been in deep trouble. And also thank you to my son, Matthew. Joel's booth was so busy, we sent Matthew next door to help him out with an iPad and help him with selling his books and DVDs. So Matthew, you've been a driving force for us behind AMP3. Anybody that has any of our kits, I can tell you, Matthew has been behind packing a lot of those modules. So thanks, Matt. You're quite a young man. And then we spent time with two friends of ours that came up from California to attend this expo. It's a one-day expo, and I don't think I'll be breaking any privacy issues. I'll just be generic and say, Robert and Brenda, how fun it was to finally host you in our home here in Portland and spend time with you at the expo, and then of course time afterwards enjoying a couple of great meals with some great storytelling by Joel Skousen and Robert. But you guys are good friends. Thanks so much. Well, we've got some other things coming up right before that expo, the 2 days before that expo. If any of you know about the Prepper Project, now they were the energy behind the Survival Summit. They were at our house the 2 days before the expo filming 2 medical DVDs. And I felt very humbled that they would even consider asking me, but we did a day filming on wound management and suturing, and then we did another day going over our outfitter pocket by pocket. Not so much to sell you an outfitter, but to use it as a metaphor and a platform to talk about things that you might want to include in your first aid kit and why those items might be useful. And then also just some little tidbits and tips on how to pack a medical kit, how to make it as compact as possible, and how to make it as weather resistant as possible, anticipating most of your use is going to be outdoors, and you want that kit to be not only compact but also durable and protected from the elements. So I just have to say, for me, it was a pleasure to watch them work, and I was just fascinated with all their video equipment, and I learned a lot just watching how they put a production together. Everything from lighting to sound, how they keep track of all the clips, and how they make those shot sites and make a list as they go through a project. So hopefully it'll be a good DVD series, and if it is, stay tuned, because those will perhaps be useful for some folks. So we've got some shows coming up. We're going to be going down to Pomona, California. We'll be doing a suture class down there as well. CPAC, the Northwest Ham Convention out in Seaside. That's always a lot of fun, and it's great to catch up with ham buddies. And then we're heading out to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Matt's going to be going with us. He's really, really excited because we're going to be heading into Civil War heaven, and we're looking forward to that. And I think we've talked, I may be saying this a little bit ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure, I think we've talked Joel Skousen into attending that expo as well. And I know Beth is working really hard on getting him to also go to the Sustainable Preparedness Expo this fall in Spokane, Washington. I just think Joel adds a very interesting layer of expertise to a preparedness expo, and well, quite honestly, a little bit selfish on my behalf, but if there's an opportunity that I can catch up with him and visit with him, that's a plus for me. So stay tuned if you're out in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area, or going to be traveling that way and you're interested in preparedness. The Sustainable Preparedness Expo in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I think we've got Joel Skousen coming that way. So, all right, stay tuned. And I just want to thank all of you for the support. Beth says thank you as well for supporting the Austere Medical and Practical Preparedness Project, AMP3, and also for your continued interest, subscriptions, input, either thumbs up or thumbs down. I learned from both on the USNERDOC YouTube channel. All right, be safe.